Alrighty, welcome to the GSV Finals night. Quick start here. We're underway with our first event. We've got two heats of this one too. The girls, the 7 and 800 metre freestyle.
Yep.
Interesting how we got two heats of this one. We would have thought we'd have one.
So they must have had just one extra swimmer.
Yeah, coming through. But yeah, we just started very quickly there and we're underway with this first 50. And looks to be in the middle of the pool here, Amber Larkey there in lane 4, swimming through nicely. I think she will lead him through. Yeah, she does lead him through there in 30.93. So about 0.1 to 0.2 of a second in front there of Georgia Hyde.
Just 5 girls in this first heat.
Yeah, not sure whether our first heat's going to be the faster one or our second one with how this has been seeded. But also coming through, Anika Lim here from PLC, finishing very strong, actually. She might come over the top and get them here as we come down the touch. Oh, it's going to be very tight. It might be Amber Lark hanging on.
Oh, very close.
No, Anika Lim.
It's Anika, yep. 105.77.
Oh, no, it's updated. Amber Lark did actually get there in a 105.72. Once again, our touchpad has updated there. So that first heat was pretty even. The top 3 girls there, just 0.3 to 0.4 of a second separating them.
And now we're quickly on to heat 2. No mucking around tonight.
No, I think we're going to be flying through tonight. Caught us off guard a little bit, didn't it, at the start there?
Certainly did. Now 6 girls in this heat. So as you said earlier, Tim, it's nice to see some consistent racing.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of talking about before we got started tonight, the fact that these guys have now had about 4 months to 5 months of actual racing.
Yeah.
I think, the last 2 years, these guys really haven't had much chance to race consistently. I think swimming's a sport that you actually need to get up and race like 4 or 5 times in a season before you get to your big meet to actually get all the fine-tune everything.
We've had quite a few championship meets here at MSAC. We've had all juniors, and we've had Vic Age, and we had the Metro champs.
Vic Opens as well.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of big meets, and we're sort of at that final part of the season now. You've got your school comps and then nationals 2 weeks away for these guys too.
It's come around very quickly.
So Sophie Jacker leading through that first 50, the only one under 30 there, out at 29.57, so out pretty quick.
Yeah, so Sophie came first at Vic Age in the 200 freestyle.
Yeah.
In her age group.
Yeah, she had a strong age competition, didn't she? But tell you what, alongside her there though, in lane 3, he's having a really good. Rihanna Chen's having a great swim.
First in the all juniors in the 50 free.
Yeah, as we come down 101.46, which is a great swim, and Rihanna Chen there in second, and looks like Elizabeth Mack in third there in a 104.15. So pretty fast first event straight up right there.
Now we've got the year 9-10s, 100 free.
Yeah, so it looks like you got some familiar names here: Natasha Coleman, Alana Torrance, Andy Tolentino. So some of these girls, those 3 I've mentioned, have actually swum every year possible.
Yep.
So since 2019. So this should be a really good heat. And also out in lane 0, Amelie Vulic, also a name that we've sort of said a lot.
Yeah.
So some names that you come sort of quite familiar with in the swimming circle.
Yeah. Amelie came first at the all juniors in the 50 free. And Alana Torrance, she came second in the 50 free at Vic Age.
Yeah.
So I know this is 100, but
I know, Alana Torrance had a great Vic Age competition, and I know Natasha Coleman is a very good distance swimmer, so it's also be intriguing to watch these two in the middle of the pool in sort of a shorter distance race, how it goes. I also know, Greta Canarp there from Genazzano is also quite a strong 50-metre swimmer, so she's coming up to do the 100.
You find a lot of the girls at this particular meet are club swimmers.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? There's not many sort of just school swimmers.
It's not your traditional school.
No,
this one.
no.
Yep.
I think swimming's one of those few sports where most of the guys that come through this do train elsewhere.
Yep.
And it does look like Alana Torrance is having a really strong 100 here, finishing really strong. Looks like Andrea is in second there. I'll tell you, it's a tight battle though for third between Alessandra and also Amelie Vulic in lane 0. Comes down the wall.
Like Andy Tolentino.
Yeah. Does our touchpad going to update for us, though?
Well, it may well, because Lane 4's time hasn't actually come
Yeah,
up
has it
yet.
come up on the board?
Must have been a soft
Yeah, is it going to update? There we go.
It was
58.47. Yeah, 58.47. She does take it out. Not sure why our touchpads keep doing that at the moment, where it updates for us. And so the year 11, year 12, 100-metre freestyle. And we have got some guys in here coming through. So Dommy Maloney, won this in 2018 and third in 2019. You've got Holly Neville, who got third in this last year. So be an interesting one to watch.
And Holly actually came second at Vic Age in the freestyle event.
Yep.
100 free.
See, Amelia Calaro came third last year in this one, so she'd be looking hopefully to take this one out as well.
And then Charlotte Fay in lane 2, she came third in the All Juniors in the freestyle.
And looks like a great start there from Holly Neville in the middle of the pool there from Mentone. And we're coming down to the wall here in this first 50. Pretty tight, though, between Holly and Dommy in lanes 4 and 5.
Pretty even there in the middle.
And she's out pretty quick there, out at 27.7, so out pretty fast in that first 50, which is what you got to do in 100 freestyle. You got to go out pretty quick.
Yeah, it's a sprint.
Yeah, it is. You can't leave your run too late. And Dommy Maloney's still sitting in second, and third's a really tight battle. There's about 4 or 5 girls here fighting out for third.
I don't think they'll catch Holly, though.
No, I think Holly's going to take this one out pretty comfortably. Just looking at the record here, it was 57 by Molly Batchelor. She's going to miss that. 58.25, yeah.
So Holly, Dommy, and Clara. And we move on to the year 7 breaststroke.
Their first time at GSV.
100-metre races done and dusted.
Yeah,
so
onto the short stuff.
The 50s now, splash and dash.
Yep. Well, I guess for these year 7s, it's a new experience for them. You know, they've probably raced a little bit, but coming into a school meet, it's always a bit different. It's a bit more fun. I think you got your team there.
Yeah.
It's a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of these guys swim really well in the school systems.
Yeah.
Just because they've got people around them cheering them on.
Correct.
And I think we're just waiting to bring the girls out here for this 50 breaststroke.
A bit chilly out there tonight, I think.
It is very cold.
That wind's blowing.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice so far at the outdoor pool this season. We've had some really good weather for most of the meets, but
yeah, we're in April now,
yeah,
so
it's
the
starting to cool down.
To change.
All right, so girls are out ready to go here.
So Elizabeth Mack swimming here in lane 6. She came first in this event at All Juniors in her age group. And Lily Kosh from MLC holds the record, and she's still swimming at this event, obviously in a different age group this year. She broke the record last year.
Yep. So she'll be in that next one.
Yep.
In the year 9, sorry. She'll be in that year 9 race, which will be good to watch. But we're often going. I think it's really important, even in a 50 breaststroke, to not overrate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see sometimes people just try a little bit too hard and actually spin the wheels a little bit.
Stroke.
It is.
Sometimes the faster you try to go,
the slower you go. Yeah, you got to try and find that balance between that kick and glide. And, it's pretty, I think it might be Chloe Zhu in front, although Vera Zhang is finishing strong, as is Caitlin Ord, but I think it might be Chloe Zhu starting to tighten up a little bit. So coming down the wall. It's all about the touch. She does get them there, 39.47. So she's gone under, all 3 girls have gone under 40 there. So it's a fast heat.
Yeah.
3 girls under 40, that's what we'd like to see.
So year 8 now. As I said, you'll see Lily here. She's swimming in lane 4. And she actually came first in this event at the Vic Sprints.
Yep. Alrighty. And the Year 8 girls 50-metre breaststroke's underway here.
Yep.
As you was mentioning there, Lily Kosh.
Yeah, she goes to MLC and she swims for MLC.
Yeah. Which is always handy when you can train and go to school at the same place.
Absolutely.
And she's looking really strong there in lane 4. You can see her really gliding and pulling away here. This looks like a her race to lose from here. As we're coming down to the wall now. Be interesting to see what time she goes.
Yep.
And I don't think what's updated there. 35.62. So it's a really quick swim.
Yeah. Who was second? Grace and Rose.
All right.
Up to the U9s. And we've got Alicia Handley here in lane 5. She came 3rd in the event at Vic Age.
Yeah, and have a look here. We've got 5 girls who've swum every year so far in this U9 age group.
Go. So Alana Torrance holds the record for this event with a 33.78.
Which is seriously quick. All right. Here we go. Looks to be a good start there in lane 5 here, Alicia Handley. But pretty even all the way across the field here so far in his first 15 metres. It's hard to pick a leader. It may potentially be Lilika Seidel now, possibly in front. But I can't really pick it from here. It might be Lilika, although in lane 2 there's it Darby Wilkes having a really good swim too. It might be Darby gets up on the wall. She does. There you go, 35.74. So she just wins that one by 0.005. So a fingernail in that one.
Yep. Okay, moving on to the Year 10 girls. So we've got Alana Torrance here. She held the record in the last 2 age groups, so she's swimming this year in the Year 10s. She came 2nd in this event at sprints this year. And then Emily again, she came 3rd in the 200 breast at Vic Age. And I'll see the records here. That'd be Jenna Strosh.
Yeah.
The Olympian.
The Olympian. Yeah, pretty handy breaststroker. Not bad. Yeah. I was going to say too, for these sort of meets, for these top swimmers, they often are racing 5 or 6 times where they're getting up and going, aren't they, without a warm down. So it's actually a pretty brutal meet for them. And they often have to have the next day off training because they're so tired from this. So you don't get that advantage of actually being able to warm down in between each race. But yeah, Alana Torrance.
Looks like she's going to take this one out pretty comfortably.
Yeah. She's still gliding too, which is really good to see. She's still getting a bit of length off the stroke, and she's going to come down here.
34.18.
34.18. Great swim.
Okay, Year 11 girls now. We've got Charlie Millard.
Yeah, great freestyler and breaststroker.
She came 3rd in the breaststroke at the Metro Champs.
I think she won the state age champs in this one too.
Yep. And she swims for MLC as well as going to school there.
Yep.
And then you've got Lila McNamara from Furbank. She came 3rd in the 200 at Vic Age in her age group. She swims for Melbourne Vic Centre.
Yeah, some of these girls are pretty familiar now in terms of you see them around racing a lot.
You do. Oh, one's gone in.
Yeah, we'll have to reset here. So just having a look at this one too, even though it's the Year 11s, it's pretty good to see some first-time qualifiers in Poppy Phillips and Serena Laprieto in lanes 8 and 9. So it sort of shows that you can still fight your way through and make it up to these finals if you haven't in previous years. So
ready again.
all right, and we're off and going here. Looks to be a good start there from Charlie Millard. And she is moving through here. You'd expect her, she's probably going to be the one to beat, though, in this breaststroke.
So.
Being the state champion, it's going to be hard to catch her, and she's pulling away comfortably now. Having a good swim over there is Sophia Paiaya as well in lane 1, and probably in second, though, is going to be Lila McNamara.
Yep.
But 33.54, there you go.
Yep.
And Lila does get second there in a 36.28. Yes, a fair third. So just a quick time, 33.54. It's a great swim.
Now we move on to the top age group, the year 12s.
And so Alana, sorry, which one we're looking at? Sorry, race 13. Sorry, what am I looking at? I was looking at the wrong one there for a second. My bad. And so, yeah, Dommy Maloney won this one last year and was second in 2018.
Oh, okay. So Dommy's in this race.
Yeah.
So
she won at one.
Maybe
this event last year.
Okay.
I've had a look at it. Yes, it should be a good one to watch. We've also got a couple of first-time qualifiers in this one as well.
Yeah, there's a couple of names there I'm not familiar with. So we've got an empty block in lane 3.
Yeah, we do. So no Jocelyn.
These girls, this will be their last year of this event.
Yeah, last GSV for them.
Yep.
So they want to go out in style. But it looks like a good dogfight between Madeline there and Dommy. I'd say that Madeline's in front, though, as we're coming down the wall now. Let's see what time she goes. I think she's going to get her on the touch here. And we come in.
Well,
Touchpad hasn't worked there, but she did touch in front there. But second was a 36.40.
Now we move on to butterfly.
Alrighty, so the girls are coming out here for this 50 fly. It's always impressive to watch the 50 fly when you see some of these girls can do it in just a couple of breaths, keeping their head down. It's all power, this stroke. So I think it's still important, though, even in a 50 fly, to keep your timing right. Even though it's power, like relaxed, still trying to control it.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's sometimes a bit of a mistake people will make is try and force it. And try and muscle their way through. Which you still can't even do in a 50. So yeah, it's always a good one to watch.
Back to the youngest age group now in the year 7s. A lot of these girls will be their first time.
Yeah, getting up to race.
It'll be all of their first time at this meet, but some of them it could be their first, big swim meet they've ever competed at.
Well, these girls would have had their school, like the team sort of one last week. And then tonight's sort of more the individuals, who have been rewarded for making it through to finals. All right, here we go.
Really familiar with
it's been interesting to watch.
These names
yeah.
myself.
I mean, it's a 50, anything can happen.
Yep.
Great start, though, in lane 4 there from St. Catherine's. Louisa Liao had a great underwater. And I reckon she's going to lead him through this first 15, but it's pretty tight still, though. And I'd say in lane 5, though, Lara Tan also looking pretty good here. Oh, it looks like it might be Louisa.
Yeah, Louisa looks
Louisa
like
looks
she may hang
maybe
on.
in front just. I can't tell as we're coming down the wall.
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh,
I think there must be
she
a bit
just
of a
got,
problem
there you go, yeah,
with that touch pad in
34.79.
lane 4. Yeah,
So she
34.
touches that Jasmine Hume there,
Yep.
34.85.
Isabel for third.
All right, so moving
Now
on.
this next race should be very good between lanes 4 and 5 because they were actually equal second at Vic Age in the 100 fly.
Okay, so Sophie
So-
and Nell.
Yep.
Yeah. And have a look at these girls. They've all a lot of them here have qualified in multiple events, so they are going to be racing in the fly, the breast, and the back. It relays as well. So we're just waiting for the girls to come out now. But yeah, Sophie Jacker, we sort of called her name before,
Yeah.
actually, earlier. I think we're having just a few issues at the moment before these girls come out. We've got a few officials just having a chat over in the far end. Not entirely sure what's going on, but here come the girls now. They're ready to go.
They don't want to be out there for too long. It's quite
Yeah,
fresh.
yeah. Yeah, I think if you can stay in the hallway as long as you can, avoid the wind.
Especially down that end of the pool, it's quite open. So
It is.
You're exposed to all the elements.
Just have a look at that record there of 20. Is it 28-2?
21, step 1. Yep.
That's pretty quick.
Certainly is.
All right, and we're underway here. So as you were saying, Sophie Jacker and Nell Pete are probably the ones to watch out in lanes 4 and 5.
Say so. I reckon they'll be pretty close.
And it looks really tight so far between those two. But, gee, alongside her in lane 3, too, Millie Dodd finishing strong too. But it is between these two. It might be Sophie Jacker coming down the wall. It will be Sophie Jacker. I think she's going to get her.
Nell's kicked again, but yeah, she will hold on. Yep, 29.40. And then Nell second and Rihanna third. Year 9 girls are next. So another record held by Alana Torrance in a 28.83.
That's pretty quick.
Yep. And our fastest qualifier here is Corrine Tan. She came third in the fly at Vic Age.
So here come the girls now. So as we were saying, looking through here, a lot of these girls are qualified in the breaststroke. So often you see that butterfly breaststroke sort of
Yeah.
crossover,
Yep.
isn't it? I think we are missing a few swimmers in this next one. In lanes 7 and 5.
Yeah, so it would seem. So that's Miranda and Sky. But as we know, a lot of people get knocked out with COVID or as being a close contact, have to isolate.
Exactly right. And looks to be a good start there from Corrine in lane 4. But from Strathcona there as well, having a great swim there is Isabella Osborne. And
Yeah.
I think Isabella Osborne's in front now.
Yeah, she is.
It's just going to be a great swim.
Gonna hold on to, I think. Yeah,
She does
29,
29.2.
28. Pretty good.
Our touch pads are updated now. Yeah, so Corrine did get second there, still under 30 as well, and a 29.97.
Okay, in year 10, we've got another little battle here between Amrita Subramaniam and Maddie Doyle. Both
Yeah.
of those girls medalled at Vic Age in the
I was
100 fly.
Better say Amrita had a really strong finish in 100 fly
She
at
was
state
second
age.
and Maddie was third as a 100 fly.
Yeah.
But,
I think too, the 50s can be really good practice for these guys to build up that front end speed for their 100. And it's still another hit out before nationals for a lot of these guys too. So yeah, well, I think Amrita had a really strong finish in the 100 and wasn't out as hard. So it'll be interesting to see how she goes now in the 50.
yeah. Another record held by Steph Wan, 27.92.
Yeah, 27 is pretty quick. 27 in a 50 fly. So no lane 9 in this one.
No.
And it's pretty even so far across that 15. And once again, same with 50s. It's always pretty even across that first 25 even as well. But looks like Madeline Doyle might be starting to pull through now.
Andy Tolentino's moving up on her very quickly. She's going to just overtake. It's going to come down to the touch there. Yeah, Andy's taking it out, 29.24.
Sorry.
Year 11 girls.
Yep.
So Holly Neville here. She came second in sprints, in the fly at sprints
Yep.
in her age group.
And so she did win this last year as well.
Yep.
And she also won it in 2019. So that obviously 2020 was the year off.
Yeah, 2020 was the COVID year, no.
Yeah, so I guess
racing.
she's going for a three-peat in this
Yep.
one. And Caitlin O'Keefe there in lane 5 was actually second, so last year.
Yeah.
So she'll be looking to spoil the party of the three-peat and try and potentially get herself on the wall first.
Probably a good thing this meet's held on a Friday night, being a bit of a late night for the girls.
Yeah,
Everyone won't be getting
I
up
was
for
going to
school.
say, having it on a Tuesday night or something wouldn't be great.
No.
And looking in here too, we've got a fair few girls in this year 11 age group that have raced every year in this event.
Mm-hmm.
And as you were saying, in the middle of the pool, Holly Neville. She's looking pretty strong here. She is looking for that three-peat, as we sort of spoke about. And I tell you what, though, O'Keefe is really taking up to her for this finish, but it
Yeah.
looks like Neville's going to take it out. There you go,
Yeah, soft touch.
Oh,
I
didn't
think that
come
was
up
touch
properly,
code
but 28.69. Great swim.
Just outside the record.
And 29.08 for second is not too shabby either.
No.
So moving on to this year 12, this will be their final 50 fly.
Yep.
I do know in lane 1:04 there from Strathcona. Anna O'Reilly is looking for the national time. Missed it the other week by .003.
Oh, wow.
So she is looking for that here in this
Okay.
one. So that's probably one to watch.
So she did come second in this event at Vic Sprints.
Yeah. So pretty fast over a 50.
Another fast record here, 27.88.
Yeah.
Back in 2009.
Well, it's stood the test of time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the girls are just coming out now. I think it's really good too, the school swimming, that year 7s get to meet the year 12s
Yeah.
and so on. To get to know some guys in your year level and older as well.
There's quite a few schools in this little cohort.
Program, yeah. Well, this is all the divisions, isn't it? That comes through together tonight, and it's just the fastest swimmers that actually get through.
So 24 schools here tonight.
All right, and the 50 fly is underway here. And we're coming down through to this first 25. And it looks like it is Anna O'Reilly in front at this stage, looking pretty strong. You can see with these older girls too how little they breathe in their
Yeah.
50 fly, that they're only going to take probably 1 or 2 breaths. They want to keep their head down and just finish strong as they come down the wall now. So Anna takes out there at 29.43 and Arwen Rogers there at 29.95 in second.
Now we've got one multi-class swimmer here tonight,
Yeah.
according to the program. So
Henrietta,
she'll have to swim on her own, which is a bit tricky.
it is.
So she's a year 11 girl.
Yeah, so she swam this in 2018 and 2019, and she's also swimming in the backstroke later in the program.
So she's going to swim in lane 0.
It's always hard to swim by yourself, isn't it, too? Never makes it easy. All right.
I'm not sure what her classification is.
Yeah, I think the classification system's always means it's a little bit harder to sort of understand time.
Yeah.
I think it's always a lot more when we see it from Victoria, that points-based system, isn't it?
Yeah.
So not necessarily time.
No.
It's all sort of relative to that record of that sort of category or classification.
But she'll obviously win.
Yeah, she will be winning. Be interesting whether we can get sort of a points score for us in terms of what sort of classification
know,
possibly.
Meet Manager do have it set up so that it tells you. So if you've got a race that's got, you know, a few different classifications in there, as you said, it's not necessarily the person that comes
Wins the
that hits the wall first that actually comes first.
Yeah, it's about who actually can get closest to their relative record.
Correct.
I think it's a thing that a lot of people are getting more familiar with now and actually understanding how it works, which is really good.
I know the multi-class classifications have had a bit of an overhaul recently, so they've added a new classification.
Yep.
I think it was an S. Oh, I can't tell you the number, but it's for Down syndrome. So
Yep.
they have their own
Yep.
classification now, whereas
Yep.
they didn't have that before.
It was sort of more, I think, intellectual,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, which was a very broad classification, I think, wasn't it?
So there we go. Oh, she hasn't stopped the clock, but that
She's finished it though, and
touchpad.
it's a great swim.
There we go. Oh,
127.55.
Yep.
127.66. It's
Yep.
updated. There we are.
So I don't have any entry times for these kids, so I'm not sure how
Yeah,
they're
it's
travelling
hard.
as far as their PBs go.
No, it's hard for us to sort of see it. So moving on to the freestyle now.
Yep. These will go very quickly.
These will be over in a flash, pretty much. But looking through this first event, even though it's the year sevens, a lot of these girls have all qualified. They've all qualified in another event.
Yeah, we saw their names earlier.
Yeah.
At least once. And Caitlin Ord in lane 5. She came first in this event at Vic Sprints.
Yep, so she's probably the one to watch.
Yep.
And you'll see here these girls too, for everyone watching at home. We mentioned the butterfly, how little they'll breathe.
Yeah.
All right, we're underway here. You'll see too how good they are off the breakouts too, just up, get those arms going. Well, Elizabeth Mack is looking really nice there in lane 4, keeping the stroke still long. It looks strong, but it's long but fast.
Yep.
Looks really efficient, and I think she's in front here. Caitlin Ord is finishing strong though. She's coming home hard, but I think Elizabeth Mack is going to hang on and take this one out. As we're coming down the wall now. There you go.
She did.
Yeah, well, our time pads will just update here in a second. There we go. Almost under the 29-second barrier there.
Yep. All right, year 8 girls.
As we said, we mentioned a few of these names now. Sophie Jacker again in this one.
Yep.
Nell Peake, Grace Cox. Familiar names now.
Yep. So Grace came second at the Metro Champs in the 100 free.
Yep. All right, so just waiting for the girls to get ready here. Once again, a couple of no swims here. Looks like Nell Pete.
Oh, well, we know she's here. She swam
Yeah,
earlier.
I was about to say she is here. She's not isolating.
Obviously decided to sit this one out.
Might be tactics. She might be looking at she might be racing a couple of events later on that are more important to her, or that she might be a better chance of winning. Wait, maybe she's here now. And she has arrived. There you go. So just late to the party.
Waiting for.
Yeah, a little bit late to the party. That's all right. And great underwater there from lane 5, Grace Cox. Had some really powerful dolphin kicks under the water.
Yep.
And also a great start that was in lane 2 there, Allegra Gaetano. And I think she's in front just here at the 35 mark, although Sophie Jacker is starting to pull away now. Head down for that finish. She's going to get him on the touch here. There you go. 28.37. Yeah, Grace Cox in second there, and then looks like Rihanna Chen at lane 7 there with a 29.07.
Yep. Year 9. So Holly Neville holds the record for the year 9 event, 27.40.
Yeah.
So we'll see her later on. I think she's in year 11 now.
Yeah, that was from 2 years ago, 2020. So did we race in 2020?
Oh, they must have. I'm not sure what happened.
Unless it was meant to be 2021? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. She's in year 11, so she would have been in year 9 in 2020.
20, okay.
Anyway.
I didn't think we had a comp in 2020.
No, I didn't think so.
Maybe it was a carnival meet or something before it, potentially.
So you've got Bella Murchie in lane 4 coming up here. She was first in the sprints in the freestyle, gold medal.
Yeah, she's a very fast 50-metre freestyler, and I think also a very quick 50 butterflyer from memory. So the girls are almost ready to come out.
Just doing some presentations over there.
I was going to say these year 9s here too. Last year, Miranda Gu did take this one out. And Audrey Doan, who's actually in lane 0, came second. So she could be one of a bit of a smoker on the outside. So maybe don't sleep on her either. So she finished right up there. Looks like, Bella Murchie, the fastest qualifier, came 7th last year. So a big improvement from her. And Corrine Tan was 4th last year. So bit of a mix here. It might be really hard to sort of pick who can actually take this one out.
Yeah.
All right, they're underway here. Looks to be a great start there from Miranda Gu in lane 3.
Throw a blanket over them here.
Yeah, it's hard to pick. As you said, Audrey Doan out there in lane 0, having a great swim. It looks like Bella Murchie might be pulling through now. She's finishing really strong. Bella Murchie is going to get them here, coming down the wall. Although lane 7,
yes.
she does get it. 28.62 and Natasha Coleman 28.82. I do know those two train together, so they're both teammates out of school. Enemies tonight, but mates mates when they're at training, you'd think.
All right, year 10 girls. So we're getting into 26s now with the records.
Yeah. So once again, familiar names. Andy Tolentino, Alana Torrance.
All these girls have swum once tonight.
And Rita as well.
Yeah, Alana Torrance came second in this event at sprints in the freestyle.
Yep. A very good start there from in lane 4. There was Alana Torrance. In fact, she had a great start off the blocks. I reckon Georgia King in lane 2 is
she had a
looking really good.
Start.
Yeah,
she came up last,
and
but she came up almost.
And Rita Subbarinam out there in lane 0, though it looks like Torrance is going to take it out. And close to us here. Oh.
I'm not sure about that just yet. Oh, it says Alex.
Alex taking it 27.60. There you go, by .003.
Yep.
Alex Skinner takes it out, and Alana Torrance in second.
Yep. Alex, she's another Vixena girl. Holly's up again here. She's just about everything.
And Charlie Millard as well.
Yep.
Clara Siddell. We've called a few of these names a fair bit, haven't we?
Yep. So Holly came second at Vic Age in the 100 free.
And yeah, Holly Neville off to that classic good start there. You can see her in lane 4. Charlie Millard's not going to let her have it all her own way here, though, you would have thought. Oh, it does look like Neville's going to hang on here again.
Yeah.
She's having a good night. She won this in 2019 and 2021, so that is another three-peat for her there. It's quick, and Charlie Millard there in second in 27.97. Clara Siddell there in third in 28.19.
Okay, the last of the freestyles now, year 12s. We've got Amelia Chilaro here, swimming in lane 4. She came second in freestyle at Vic Sprints. And some of these other girls again from earlier, Dommy, Maloney, Anna O'Reilly.
Yep. Sort of familiar names, isn't it?
Yeah. As you said, they basically get out.
They go again. Yeah.
Yep.
No warm down, up you get, another 50. I think a lot of coaches sometimes use this to their advantage as a training session for them.
For sure.
Like a lactate sort of training session to build up tolerance, to be able to sprint, get up and keep going. You know, race under fatigue and try and race well while you're fatigued.
Correct.
Which is a skill. But you have to learn.
Yes.
You're not going to have it all. You're not always going to be fresh and feeling great when you race sometimes. And you got to learn to be able to race still well when the conditions don't favour you.
Yeah, you have to roll with the punches, whatever it throws at you.
Exactly right. All right. Gee, great start there from Dommy Maloney in lane 5.
Yep.
Really good underwater and broke out well. So she's going to lead through the first 25. Although Amelia Calaro is starting to pull up alongside her here. Oh, it's really tight between these two. I can't pick him.
I think Dommy may just.
Oh, might be Dommy. Yeah, it will be. There you go.
79.
She gets it by 0.13. Yeah, Amelia in second there and Anna in third.
Now we're back to our multi-class girl again.
Yeah.
So she hasn't had much of a
No, she's
break.
getting straight back up again now.
Backstroke now.
Alrighty, so Henrietta's almost ready to go now for her 50 backstroke. So we did call her name before in that freestyle, but now she's going to be doing the backstroke for us. I think her next step will be to look into, you'd think, the multi-class state age and state open championships.
Yeah.
Going forward. Now I can see that they're wheeling out a few time pads here. Are they, or touch pads? Are they going to replace a couple that have been giving us a few problems before? Yeah. We did have a few issues, didn't we? Yep, they are replacing the lane 8 one. And as we were saying before, it's pretty difficult to swim by yourself once. And Henrietta's now doing it for a second time. So good on her for this tonight.
So we're whipping through this program tonight.
We're going through it very fast. We haven't got many events left.
No, there's only the backstroke for each year level, and then we're into
relays. Yeah.
So we
fast night.
We might go home early, Tim.
Potentially we could be, yeah. Well, I know term 1's always the busiest time of year, I think, for a lot of schools with school swimming on. Because a lot of these girls will have raced multiple comps leading into tonight with those sort of divisional races that they do against other schools around the region. But these schools do a really good job too of managing their swimmers. They know they have a lot of guys that do train outside of school, and so a lot of times it's about balancing that school training, school racing, and their outside training commitments too. And so Henrietta's now under the flags here, coming down, put that head back and finish strong.
Where's that wall?
So she went 127 in the freestyle And she's just touched here, and I think it was about a
139.
139. There we go. And so we are replacing the touch pads here in lane 7. And so we move on now to the Year 7 backstroke coming up now.
Okay, so
So it looks like we've got a fair few first-time qualifiers in this one.
mm-hmm.
Yuki, Lucy, Claire, Daisy, Eve, Phoebe. So great to see these girls get their first opportunity to race tonight.
Yeah.
Race under lights too, race at night. I think racing at night is so different to racing
It is.
during the morning. It's a completely different atmosphere. It's a different style of racing too, I think.
Yeah. So we've got Vera Zeng here in lane 4. She came 3rd in the backstroke at Vic Age.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had the 50-metre races at Age this year for the first time.
Yeah, that was an introduction to it, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So these girls have all raced 50s fairly often now.
Mm.
Probably 4 or 5 times this year.
Yep.
I know some coaches actually said to me they've raced too many 50s now. So you can't win.
No.
I think we're ready to go here for this. Like, water's not warm, by the way, so these girls sitting in the pool down there and they're probably getting pretty cold. It's been a long hold for them. You'd probably tell them just to relax here and let go of the block and not tire out the arms.
Yep.
Not sure why they've got them in the pool here if they've...
A bit of a...
All right, I think we're ready to go.
Their arms will be hanging off.
Yeah, I was going to say their shoulders would be pretty tired. All right, here we go. We're underway. The 50 backstroke.
So 31:41 is the record from 2017.
And it looks like Vera Zhang, as you mentioned, there in lane 4 from Loretta, having a great swim.
It's pretty fast stroke rate.
Yeah, she's got the rate up high. And I think she's going to take this out pretty comfortably. And put a blanket over for 2nd and 3rd. It's really hard to pick, but it'll be Vera takes out the 50 back here. And once again, our touch pads, there we go, 34.70.
Amber Lark for 2nd and Daisy Welsh 3rd.
And so this 50 backstroke in the year 8 age group, it's going to be really interesting. Lily Kosh won it last year in the middle of the pool. And 2nd place alongside of Grace Cox is right there.
And those girls were 1st and 2nd at sprints.
Yeah, so Anika Lim's probably one to watch from PLC in lane 8, came 3rd last year, so maybe don't sleep on her yet either. All right, so as you were saying, Lily Kosh and Grace Cox were neck and neck at sprints. And they are neck and neck now. It's hard to pick them, I think. It might be Lily.
Yeah, Lily looks like she's pulling away a bit now.
Yeah, it will be Lily taking that one out.
32:47.
It's quick.
Lily, Grace and Rose. Okay, up now the Year 9 girls. So, seen most of these names in the other strokes earlier. As you said, it's the same ones over and over.
Coming through.
The record here is a 30.67.
Yeah, we saw Bella win the freestyle just before.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see too in lane 5, Stellas Salamone, first-time qualifier in year 9. So you've seen her improvement, and she's winning at this stage, I'd say, as we're coming down to the wall in this backstroke.
I've announced her name quite a few times
Yeah.
at some of the bigger meets because I was told how to pronounce it properly. It's
Okay.
Salamone.
Salamone, and she does take it out there in a 33.14, and Ballamerchi in second there in a 33.61, followed by Alicia overall.
Okay, year 10. So the record here is a 30.36, held by Sean Whitaker.
Was a very, very good backstroker.
She's just come back to racing.
I was about to say, I saw that
just
she's
hopped back in the
racing.
pool.
Yeah.
Yeah. She,
From memory,
had
she
quite
was
a few years off.
She was third Olympic trials, I think, in the 100 backstroke in 2016. So third fastest in Australia.
Yeah. And we've got Amelia Blake here in lane 4, who
Yeah.
came third in backstroke at Vic Sprints.
And you can see that group between lanes 2 to lane 7 have pretty much all swum every year.
Yeah.
So you're starting to see some consistency from these girls. So they all know each other. They will have raced each other multiple times.
For sure.
But it does look like Alexander Skinner's going
like
to take it
Alex.
again. She took out the
She,
freestyle.
Yeah, she's having a great night. 31.40.
There you go. She takes
Not
it out.
shabby.
Well, she won that freestyle out wide here from lane 7. Now she's backed it up with the backstroke.
Okay. Year 11. So Charlie Millard again. She came first in the event at Vic Age.
Yeah, very talented swimmer. Can do multiple strokes, multiple distances too. Very good at that sort of 100, 200 range.
Yep. .67 is the record here.
Yeah, by Gabby Pinecker, isn't it?
I'd say it'd be Gabby. It says B Pinegar, but
Yeah.
I'd say that's a typo.
I would have thought that was, yeah. All right, here we go, and we're underway. Really good start there was Emma Gregory there in lane 5.
Yep.
Had a great underwater. Coming through now there, though, is actually Charlie Millard in lane 4. But also alongside her in lane 3 is Ella. So Ella Laway Waring. I hope I said that right. But it looks like Charlie Millard's going to take this one out here. She's coming down the wall now. Let's see what time she goes. Probably 31. There you go, 31.2.
31.29. Then Ella and Emma.
Yeah, I mean
our last individual race for the night.
Yeah, well, MLC have always been pretty strong at their school swimming, haven't they? They've always sort of
Yeah.
been the premier girls' school
Yeah.
swimming team.
Even in the primary,
Yeah,
they do well as
yeah.
also. So our Year 12 girls here. So our record is a 30 seconds flat.
So I was going to say, for these girls here, this is their last ever individual race at GSV.
Yep.
They probably want to make it a good one, have a bit of fun here, go at the bang before a relay.
Amelia here in lane 4. She's a backstroker. She came
Yeah.
second at Vic Age in the 200 back.
EC Waves from memory, yeah.
Correct. You're off.
All right, here we go. So Amelia Calaro is probably the one to beat, you'd think, in this backstroke.
Say so.
And she is pulling through nicely now. You can see her pulling away. keeping that head still. That stroke looks really efficient too. You know, in that backstroke, it's really important about catching water still, even though you're trying to get those arms spinning fast. And out here in lane 7's had a really good swim there. Oh.
Yeah, her time hasn't come up. There we go, 31.95.
But Madeline Marshall there in second at a 33.1.
And
Arelli in
third.
3.36. So we move on now to the fun part.
The
relay. Yeah, so
we've got medley relays first.
And then we've got the freestyle relays after it.
Freestyle relays. So
Pretty quick night, though. We've smashed out these events.
we have. I reckon we could finish early, but you never know.
You never know with relays. They can take a while sometimes. But I think, too, relays are a really good chance for girls who probably don't race as much or may not train as much or even compete at all to be part of a school team, a bit of fun.
We're running pretty much right on time.
Yep, there you go. So I think it's it's a really good way to get people involved in the sport. Swimming's pretty individual sometimes, and your school meets and your relays are a really good time to get up and about with your teammates, have some fun. And I feel like you always race faster in a relay too.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to you don't let the team down.
Correct.
All right, so girls should be ready to come out any moment now.
So we'll have a medley and a freestyle relay for each year level.
And with these medleys, we start with the backstroke.
Yep. It's always, every time I go to run a school meet, I always
People
have
forget.
the kids coming up. What's the order?
Yeah, people forget.
So I say to them, it's in alphabetical order. Just remember that.
Yeah, that makes it easier. Yeah. All right, so I think the girls are coming out now. Yeah, the girls are just walking out in the pool deck now. Ready for these relays. I think the medley relay is always a really interesting one to watch too, because you see some, you know, if you've got one leg that's really strong, you can increase your lead really big.
Yep.
But it can often also be mown down pretty easily too.
Yes.
Alrighty, so I think we're almost ready to go here. Oh,
that was
I think
a
we've
false
had a
start.
false
A bit of a
start there. I
our
don't think our
starter
worked quite well there. We're just going to restart.
Yeah, they didn't get past, so that was good.
I couldn't hear it from here.
No,
I saw the light go, but I didn't.
And the light was still flashing after. We've had a bit of trouble with these boxes at the last couple of meets.
Yeah. Not sure what happened there.
No.
Can see our officials just walking out now to fix it up.
So they dropped the false start rope, but I don't think anyone actually
got that far. Yeah, which is good. Yeah. I feel like you're always pretty nervous when that happens, though, when you push off and then you get back to the wall. Adds to the sort of drama of it and the nerves.
Yes. Poor girls look freezing out there. Rubbing their
Yeah,
arms.
I can imagine they're pretty cold. I think if these girls should probably put their jackets back on, just waiting to get up on the blocks, because it could be a while here before we actually sort this out. Just got the nod of approval. I think we're ready to go.
Good. They'll probably want to do a test start before they
start it up. Yeah, we're expected to reset the
reset
scoreboard
the
now.
And do a test start and make sure it's all behaving itself.
So the swimmers won't be starting on this one. We're just going to test it to make sure it's actually all ready to go.
No test start. Oh,
We're just going straight into it. All right.
Itself. That sounded better.
That's a bit better. No dramas there, and it was a good start, clean start. And it looks like PLC having a good start there in lane 7, and lane 5 there, Vera Zhang. We've called her name already a fair bit, haven't we? So
yes.
She's looking really strong there in the middle of the pool in lane 5. I think she's going to give her team, Loretto, a big lead here at this first 50. Look at that. So it's a big lead to start the first 50 here. A 3-second lead. Yeah. I think a lot of coaches harp on about it too, about the changeovers. It's really important in a relay, those changeovers. You can take off up to a second and a half off your time, just off a good changeover.
Yep. You also have to be careful you don't go too early
exactly.
and get your team DQ'd.
And Furbank having a great breaststroke led here by Caitlin Ord. So Loretto's fallen off the pace a little bit now, and I'd say in third place might be, is that Melbourne Girls Grammar there?
Lane 3.
And a good change over there from Furbank. So Furbank are going to lead it through there. They're a 2-second lead at the 100 mark. And so a bit of a battle, though, for second and third between Loretto and Melbourne.
They're all over the place here. Yeah,
it's going to be a good last 50 here. And over there in lane 1's having a good swim too is Strathcona? Or St. Catharines, sorry, it's St. Catharines.
Catharines School, yep. So
we're on this final lap now, and this is going to be a really good finish, so between Melbourne and Furbank.
Yep. Not much in it. Looks like Furbank are pulling away now.
Yeah, Furbank going to finish strong. So it does look like Furbank will take it out there in a 2:20. Oh, that's an updated for us. 2:23.
Says first, but the time hasn't come up yet.
Yeah, time hasn't come up again.
Looks like a dead heat for second, possibly. Between Melbourne Girls and Loretto, according to the scoreboard. Yep, dead heat for second. Furbank first in a 2:23.53. So moving on to our Year 8 Girls Medley Relay now. The record here is a 2:08.28 from back in 2013 by MLC. And MLC look like they're the favourite here in this event tonight. Okay, lane 5 are looking good here. Four and 5 pretty even, just in the changeover. 34.06 and a 34.60. Molly Kosh really pulling ahead here in that breaststroke leg. Going in and then the butterfly swimmer will take over. We've got a really big lead here now. Really big lead here for MLC.
Well, MLC have always been traditionally pretty strong, haven't they, in these relays?
Yeah.
They always bat pretty deep, don't they?
Yeah.
In terms of depth with their swimmers. And, they are well out in front. Just had to duck out to the hallway there, and it's pretty loud in the hallway. So it's pretty loud out in Port. We're inside here, so we can't hear how loud it is out there.
No.
So.
Okay, and yep, they're going to take it out very comfortably.
So the time hasn't come up on the board, but
I'm surprised they didn't change that lane 4 touchpad earlier.
Yeah,
seems to have been a bit troublesome tonight.
Loretto in second there at 2:20. There you go, so 2:11. So they've won that by 9 seconds.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so moving on to the Year 9 girls now.
Yeah.
And so MLC once again, the fastest qualifier.
I think they hold the record in all bar one of the medley relays.
Yeah. Well, I think it really helps for some of these schools if you have a pool at your school to train at.
100%.
And often, if you do have a pool at your school, you're probably going to swim for that club too.
Yeah, well, MLC have got a pool. I'm not sure of all of them. I know St Catherine's have a pool.
I think PLC have a pool too.
Ivanhoe Grammar will have a pool.
Yep. So great start there once again, MLC, and here in lane 6, Alice Evans, also from Loretto, had a great start. It looks like MLC are going to lead through this first 50. And Alice Evans there from Loretto, probably going to touch in second. So a pretty tight first 50 though. She's going to take a small lead in there. There you go, by 0.2 of a second, and third place there. Yeah, touchpads have been a bit odd there again.
Yeah, I'm not believing them.
Yeah, I can't. To the naked eye, it looks like someone's touching in front. Here we go. But looks like MLC now the comfortable lead in this breaststroke leg here. Been a great swim from Isabella French. Sophia Lyons there from Furbank having a really good swim there in lane 3. They're going to touch in second. Strathcona in third. So can anyone reel them in from here? Alright, so coming down the wall here, so MLC going to have a comfortable lead into this final turn. It's theirs to lose here, it's about a 2-second lead. over Strathcona. So can Strathcona do something big here and mow them down in the final 50?
They're trying, but I don't think they're going to get close.
So Stella Salamoni, as you say. I had to make sure I said it right there. They're going to take it out. So another relay, another win for MLC.
Yep.
And, let's see what time they go here. It's going to be well under 2:15, you'd think. There you go, 2:11. 2:13 for Strathcona in second, and third place there is Fairbank at 2:15 too. So we move on to the year 9s.
10.
Year 10, sorry, that was the year 9s. What was I saying? Sorry, I meant year 10s. And so we have no lane 5. We've had a full team scratch by the look of things.
Unusual.
Unfortunate too. You'd think possibly a COVID-related situation, possibly an isolation.
Maybe, yeah.
Because if you're the second fastest qualifier, you'd probably want to be having a crack at winning it.
Oh no, they're there.
Okay, well my intel was wrong. I was looking at my sheet here and we didn't have them on the board. All right. Well, they're not on the board up there now.
No, they're not, but they're in the pool.
Well, if you got a lane, you got a chance.
That's it.
So it does look like Sacré-Cœur is in lane 5.
Oh, okay, so they've had a change, that's why.
We've had a bit of a change
So
of
it's
orders.
not Loretto.
Yeah. So it will be MLC. No, it will be Melbourne leading through the first 50.
Melbourne Girls Grammar.
Bit of drama, we like that. Don't we? A bit of drama
That's
on pool deck.
Alex Skinner again. She's
Yeah,
having
had
a great night.
Yeah, well, she won the freestyle from out wide. She won the backstroke from out wide.
Yeah, and she's just had a good backstroke leg.
Yeah, set the
and
team
start
up
them
well.
off in a relay.
So our board has updated now. We do have Sacré-Cœur there in lane 5. And it looks like it'll be, once again, MLC leading through the first 100.
It's almost a carbon copy, isn't it, for
It
each
is.
of these races?
It is at the moment. As I said, they've got MLC have a great ability to have 4 great swimmers in all 4 legs.
Yep.
You'll see a lot of other schools may have 1 or 2 really strong swimmers in one leg. But to do a really good relay, you need to have 3 to 4 girls that can all swim really fast.
Yeah.
And I think that's what separates them at the moment from these other schools. And so it looks like Loretto, who were originally in lane 5, are in second. And it might be Wrighton in lane 3 here looking for third. But chalk it up, another win for MLC. Let's see what they go here. And that looks like it was well under 2:10. So that's a really quick medley relay time. And it looks like it will be Loretto in second. It is.
Is it Royton?
Might be right in third. I don't reckon our touchpads have worked quite well there.
Yeah, well, our first place time still hasn't come up
Registered here.
yet. 2:06.
There you go, well under 2:10.
Yeah.
So it was Wrighton, sorry, and then followed by Loretto. I thought Loretto got that, but I was wrong.
All right, year 11. This is the only one where MLC don't hold the record. This record's held by Fairbank.
There you go.
And they're swimming right next door to them in lane 5 here.
So they'll want to hang on to that record, I think.
Yep.
Well, looking at these teams in this one, St. Catherine's actually a first-time qualifier in year 11 here in this relay. So, as we said, it's really cool to see schools that can get through for a first time and break that barrier and then hopefully inspire the younger year levels to then try and push through like they are.
Yeah. Lane 1 having a good backstroke leg here. It's Loretto. No,
Yeah,
Lauriston, sorry.
It'll be Furbank, will it? Leading us through. No, we'll be. Yeah, we'll be Lauriston.
Yeah, Lauriston girls.
Tell you what though, it's a good fight between MLC and Furbank in lanes 4 and 5. And so it looks like MLC now starting to pull away in this breaststroke leg.
Yeah.
As I was saying, it seems like teams have got one or two really good swimmers that can take it up to MLC for a 50 or 100, but just can't seem to stay with them for the full 200, for the full 450s. I think too, watching from where we are, that the MLC girls' skills have been awesome too. Like great changeovers, great underwaters off that dive, because you do get, off a relay dive, you do get a bit more momentum and speed to use. So you want to use that free speed you do get off that changeover.
They're going to have another comfortable win.
Yeah, another win for MLC. And so Furbank are going to be in second, and Mentone in 3 here. In 3rd, sorry, I should say. And so, yep.
Scoreboards.
It hasn't updated again for us, but Furbank's time hasn't come up either.
No, none of them have come up yet. Our clocks
Our clocks have
it stopped on the
gone
board, but
completely.
it would have still been running in the background. We've got to wait for everything to update now. There we go.
And it still hasn't quite updated yet. Not helping us out here. Still can't see.
No.
Our
there we go.
time pad's still going. All right, so we move on to the girl Year 12 medley relay now. So this is the last medley.
2:06.
There we go. So
there we go.
I think anytime you're going under 2:10 and well under 2:10, it's a sign of a really good relay.
Yeah.
Probably means
they won that by 7 seconds.
It most likely would mean that your breaststroke is going at 35, 36, and you fly, back, and free are all averaging under 30.
Yeah, for sure.
As I said, which is a sign of a very strong team. If you can get your fine freestyles.
Lane 5 here.
Lane 5.
No Strathcona.
Okay.
Scratched.
Actually, I did speak to one of the Strathcona guys. They were pulling out their medley relay team.
Yeah, well, one of the girls that's listed in that relay didn't swim the individual race earlier, so that's possibly why.
Possibly why, yeah. Which is disappointing for the girls in their final time racing. So, unfortunate for them. It looks like, is it Maddie Butler there in lane 3, having an unbelievable swim there.
Ivanhoe girls.
From Ivanhoe girls, yeah. And be interested whether Ivanhoe can hold out MLC here. We might see our first challenge at a MLC in these relays for the night.
Could do, because I think they've won all of them so far, haven't they?
They have.
So.
I think they're 4-0 or 5-0. Although MLC are starting to pull through there. Dobby Maloney's had a great leg for the breaststroke for MLC here, and it'll be MLC first, followed by Ivanhoe, followed by Sacre-Cœur, although Sacre-Cœur might have got into second. And it will be, you saw there the changeover, how important that changeover was. It was neck and neck between first to third, and MLC have been able to put a body length off them, off that dive, off that changeover. So they nailed that changeover there really well. Sacre-Cœur having a really good swim in this butterfly leg though, and they're staying up there with them, as are Ivanhoe. So this is going to be a good last 50. I think we could see a big challenge here. So MLC are probably going to hang on again here.
I think so. They're pretty safe.
They've had a big challenge in this one. This is the closest someone's been to them.
Yeah. But they're still going to win very comfortably.
Yeah, let's see what time they go. Once again, our time pads are really...
It's 2:13.
2:13. And Sacré-Cœur in second, followed by Melbourne in third.
So that's it for our medley relays. Now we'll have the freestyle. Well, that wind's getting stronger out there. All the flags are going
I was
crazy.
about to say I can see them going crazy over there. Looks really good too though when you got all those flags along the side of the pool here.
Yeah.
I know most of the girls are sitting upstairs currently, and normally you'd have that far side of the pool packed with people cheering on their teammates. All right, so I think we're ready here for this freestyle relay. So the splash and dash to finish.
So your freestyle relay is all about where you place your swimmers.
Yeah,
Do
isn't
you
it?
put your fastest swimmer first and get a good head start, or do you save your fastest swimmer for last to bring it home?
I know a lot of coaches I swim under always said fastest to slowest, and then you go out and hang on, because it means that your slowest swimmer has the best chance of trying to hold on and win rather than trying to mow someone down.
Yeah.
And I think if you've got your fastest guy last, often it can be a little bit too late. And you may have lost the race rather than being in it. So I think it's really important about being in the race early on and then trying to hang in there and then see if you can hold on and go to the top.
Yeah.
And so the Year 7 50 freestyle relay, 4x50 underway.
So Furbank look like the favourite here.
Yeah, a bit of a change up for us. MLC are in lane 7. Bit different for us. And we're coming down the wall here. It's going to be interesting here. It will be Furbank with with Caitlin Ord, as we've called a little bit. Chloe Zhu we've called as well. So out of 30.1. She's out really quick. And Furbank are looking really strong in this relay. And
Certainly are.
Loretto's got Vera Zhang in the water right now, who's coming through nicely for them. So they're up into second. It looks like it might be St. Catherine's in third. No, it'll be Melbourne. There's a great change over there from Loretto too, actually. They've gained a lot off that dive, so they're still within striking distance of Furbank coming into this final 50. They are catching up. We always like to see close relays.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a good last 50 here. I think this is up for grabs between Loretto and Furbank. As we're coming down this wall here, let's see what the time difference between the two is. Ooh, it's about 0.8 to 0.9 of a second here, which is doable in this last 50. Oh, it's a strong finish though from Furbank.
Yeah. Really good changeover and underwater.
Melbourne girls grammar having a strong swim though. They could get up into second here. And St. Catherine's finishing home strong, but it looks like Furbank are going to take it out. So they take that one out there.
Yep.
Well, they led from start to finish, didn't they? They got challenged, and they held their nerve and held on. So 2:07.
So that's it for the Year 7 girls. They can
relax now.
Rug up and keep warm.
Yep.
So we've got Loretto in lane 4 here. So another change of our fastest seed.
Yeah. Well, Loretto won it last year.
Okay.
MLC were in second, and also Lauriston were in third. So they're the middle three once again
Yeah.
in this final. But geez, a great start from MLC. So it's Lily Kosh. They're going first for MLC. Allegra Gaetano. Loretto is looking really good though. All right, we're coming down the wall this first 50, and it will be Loretto leading it through. So it's pretty tight there between MLC and Loretto.
Yep.
Sorry, and Lauriston. But Loretto have built just a solid lead now. It's a handy lead. All right. And it will be Loretto.
Got a good 2 seconds there.
Yeah. She was a great changeover again, though, from
Yeah.
MLC, as we sort of mentioned there. But Loretto's still hanging on, though. It's a good battle for third, though. Out there in lane 0, actually, Furbank have just sort of snuck up there. We haven't sort of mentioned them in lane 0. They're in a fight with Lauriston and Wrighton for third. So we've got 3 teams looking like they're fighting out for third, while these first 2 are well out in front now. All right, here we go, this last 50. Well, it looks like Loretto are gonna hang on here.
Yeah.
This will be interesting to see what time they actually go here, whether they go under 2 minutes, because that's a sign you've got a really quick time. If you get 4 girls under, there you go.
I'd say they would have, even though our clock hasn't told us yet.
What's always a sign is that
it's got just on 2 minutes.
You've got 4 girls
Well, no,
going. I think it was,
It will be under 2 minutes because
yeah.
2 minutes is the second place.
What's a sign? There you go, 1:57.57. It's popped up here. So that's a sign you've got 4 girls comfortably going under 30.
Yeah. Now we're back to MLC in the fast lane.
So yeah, MLC was first. Loretto, who were in lane 5, was second, and Strathcona, who were in lane 3, were third. So the top 3 again, once again, have qualified through as the top 3.
Yeah. Okay, year 9s.
Gee, great start out here in lane 7 from Furbank, under the guidance of Nick Findyson, the great Nick Findyson coaches down there.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty tight all the way across the field. It may even be Natasha Coleman there from Strathcona coming through, and I've a very good distance swimmer. Not known as much with her sprint work, but she's a great athlete, can do all sort of strokes and distances. But it will be Loretto touching in first there at a 29.10. Coleman in second there at a 29.13. So nothing splits them at the moment.
Pretty tight.
Yeah, it's sad that Loretto is in front, but Strathcona is really within striking distance still, as is Genazzano. We haven't called their name as much, but they're up there too. So it is about a one second lead there for Loretto, followed by Strathcona and Genazzano. What's between those 3? So it looks like Loretto have done a really good leg in this third leg. I reckon they've built their lead a bit here.
Yeah.
So maybe they've gone the tactic of fastest to slowest, and they're going to build this last 50. That was a great third leg. You can see they've put some distance on Strathcona and Genazzano now. And Furbank out here actually have got themselves up into third, so they had a really strong third 50. And I think Loretto are going to take this one out again. Deb, it looks like they've held their nerve.
We don't have a swimmer in lane 4. Did we have one to start with? Did I miss something? I thought we did, but possibly not.
I thought we had a team up on the block.
Yeah.
Unless I missed it to the naked eye. I thought I saw them start.
Interesting.
Yeah, unsure.
So I was looking for lane 4 and I'm like, I can't see a swimmer. And sure enough, there wasn't one.
So Loretto were the only team under that 2-minute mark there. So once again, a 1:57. So all 4 girls
Yeah.
getting into that 29, 28 second range. Probably a 28 high.
No, this will be the first time we've seen it track and field.
The other day I worked on APS. Did you do the girls?
I did do the girls.
Just wasn't
Year 10.
the sort of the last comment was, I said, I was talking about Friday night, and he said, and you've got Justin. And I said, yeah, I think so. He said, I believe you requested him. And I thought, yeah, well, possibly.
He's a little bit salty about that. He's just a little bit salty about that.
All right, so it looks like MLC are in this one. So
Definitely
we do,
there
have,
this time.
we do have a lane 4 in this one. We do have a lane 4 in this one in the year 10 age group. And so MLC did win this in 2019 and in 2021. And Brighton were in second last year. So but a really tight battle though across that first 50 between MLC and Brighton. Lauriston over there in lane 2 is or lane 1. So I'm looking at Furbank. Actually, Furbank have had a really good night, haven't they?
They have.
They've had a really good night. So we'll be MLC with a slight lead, followed by Brighton through that first 100.
A bit closer now.
Yeah. Let's see if Brighton can hang on to them here in this second 100, if they can stay up with them. All right, we're coming to this final 50, so it's a solid lead now for MLC. It's a comfortable lead. It's a handy lead in terms of what can they do to catch us. It's going to take one almighty leg here to reel them in.
Yeah, they're pulling away.
Yeah, Amelia
well
Blake
and truly
here,
now.
having a strong last 50 for MLC. Let's see what time they go in terms of relative to that 1:57 we saw in the first couple of heats.
154.
1:54. That is quick. And Brighton have gone 1:56 for second, so they've got a really quick time to get
Yeah.
second.
Presenting event 42, year 8, freestyle relay.
We've only got 2 races left.
Yeah, it's flown through, haven't we?
We
Get
have.
through all these events. I think as a swimmer, though, you'd prefer to have a meet flow through a lot quicker
Yeah.
rather than sort of lingering around.
In 7th place, we have MLC. And in 1st place with a time of 1:57, we have Loretto.
Maybe he saw something that could be in the track.
They're discussing a possible infraction from the last event.
Okay.
Here we go, year 11.
It's interesting, once again, MLC is ranked first. However, Melbourne came second last year, have qualified in lane 1. So
Okay.
maybe a team to watch out for in the wide lanes. And last year, Mentone were in third. They're in lane 3. And Genazzano, who came 6th last year, actually in lane 5, is the second fastest qualifier.
Yeah.
So bit of changing around in terms of positioning by these teams. So Charlie Miller leading it out for MLC here, but gee, alongside her from Clara Siddell's had a great swim there
Yeah,
from...
only 0.04 between them, the changeover.
It's really challenging in them. Looks like Caitlin O'Keefe here from MLC having a strong second 50 for them. But Mentone, Lucinda Walker's having a good leg too. And Furbank once again coming up as well. She was a great changeover from Furbank.
Was.
Really good changeover.
underwater.
Yeah, perfect underwaters. And they've actually got themselves up in the second. They turned in fourth, and now they're up into second.
Yeah.
Have they got enough room to catch MLC though?
It'll all depend on the speed of that last swimmer, I
Yep.
think.
All right, here we go. So last 50 here. It will be MLC's probably once again to lose. But Furbank are going to take it up to them here. Mentone are in third.
Yeah, they're pretty comfortable once again.
Yeah, it looks like Mentone have got themselves up into second.
Yep. Yep. So MLC 158.
158, yeah.
So we haven't had any records broken tonight.
Yeah.
We've got one more race.
One more race, who knows? You never know this final event. I was going to say, for these Year 12s too, this is probably a really good fun way to break up the year for them.
Yeah.
A lot of study, a lot of hard work, and coming along for their school swimming on a Friday night. A bit of fun with their teammates is a really good way
Yep.
to end the week. I think it's a lot easier for these guys too to have it on Friday rather than a Tuesday.
So it looks like we're missing Strathcona here in this last event. Lane 5.
Yeah, disappointing.
That same girl, I think.
Yeah. All right, so final event of the night underway here. Let's hope it's a good one.
Yep.
I think it's been a really good atmosphere here tonight.
Yeah, it has.
I think the girls have had a lot of fun. So Dommy Maloney from MLC, we've, as we said, called her name a lot.
Yep.
And gee, it might be Sacre
Sacre-Cœur.
Cœur out there in lane 1. So last year Melbourne actually came second, who were in lane 6. But out there in lane 0, actually, Turak, they might come through in front
they've
here at the
snuck
100.
up. Where
So
did they-
we're a bit of a smoker out
Yeah.
wide. It will be Turak taking through the first 100. So now can they hang on? Well, this is going to be a really good last 100 here. We've got about 4 teams fighting it out. Sacre Cœur are looking really good, though, in lane 1 with MLC. So it's between MLC, Sacre Cœur, and Turak at the moment. Possibly Melbourne might be pushing up into second, as are Loretto. So you've got about
That's a
5
lot.
teams fighting it out for second, but it'll be
Yep.
MLC in front here. Or it will be Sacre Cœur in second, I think. I don't think our touchpads are that accurate at the moment at that end. I don't know what's happening. I'll put a blanket over second and third. I can't pick it from here, but I think
No.
MLC are going to take it out. I think it might be Sacre Cœur in second now. As we're coming down the wall now, so MLC are going to take out another big victory here for them. So it's been a
Yeah.
good night for MLC, 158.3.
And then Sacre-Cœur, I think, for second.
Yeah, and
Yep.
Melbourne for third,
Yep.
202.85.
158.3 for MLC. And that's it.
That's our
that
final
went
event.
Very quickly.
We smashed out that pretty quickly, didn't we? With some good racing again. As I was saying, I think it's probably almost better for these guys to have it on that Friday night
Yeah.
rather than that Tuesday, I think, like they had it last year. So I think congrats to all the swimmers
Yep.
on a great meet, and special congrats to those Year 12s.
Yep,
I
their
think
last event.
in their last GSV, and
Yeah.
I hope they enjoyed their last ever GSV.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, thanks, Tim, for your company
yeah,
tonight.
thanks, Deb. It's been good fun.
Yep.
We'll see you guys all again next year.
Yeah, we will.
So once again, some really good racing.
Yep.
No records tonight like we had last year, but
No,
still
not
some
tonight.
great racing. I think hard to come up and break records tonight after the few weeks we've had.
Yeah, it's been a busy time.
So yeah, well, thanks everyone
All
for tuning
right,
in tonight.
no
Enjoy your
worries.
weekend.
Yep, take care. Safe trip home.
Yeah, thanks guys.
Okay, good night.